Hi, hello, everyone listening to me. I am so excited to be with you once again on LinkedIn Live. And for those who will be watching it on YouTube, because I'm definitely going to upload it there, I want to say welcome. Whether you're watching me live or whether you're watching in the replay, I am so excited to be here again. When I started thinking about, okay, what am I going to talk about today? The first thing that came to my mind was the act of showing up. Honestly, with some of the challenges I'm trying to navigate about going live on the social media platform, I'm like, oh goodness, should I just probably pause? Because I know that I wanted to do this every day, at least Monday to Friday, as much as I can at a specific time. But even when I wasn't meeting the timing, trying to navigate one technology or the other or one app, the fact that I can still show up, I'm like, yes, that's what a growth mindset is about. And so I'm cheering myself up about that. And I also want you to take hold of that principles. There probably would have been areas where you felt like, oh, I want to do this thing. And for some reason, some within your control, some that are not within your control, you couldn't just get in there. But what this is saying is that we can still continue to show up. So I'm so excited I'm able to show up today doing this. And I really want to make sure that this is so valuable to you. So first we're going to start with the crafting the goal. So we're still in the session, the personal leadership session, and we're looking at crafting a goal that works best for you. And the reason why I was starting with this is just because sometimes we have goals, we set goals, but we at some point we're not just energized to keep on working with our goal, or we just feel very overwhelmed. So we're trying to look at strategies, tips that can help us to craft a goal that works for us, a goal that we can stick to, a goal that we feel every day like this is something I am so interested in doing. I just need to get it done. And when we started, one of the things that we talked about in my previous video, you can please go back and watch if you haven't watched it, is having a goal that speaks to your core value, because your core value makes it a meaningful goal that you would always want to pursue. So today now we're going to be looking at some questions that we can start considering when we are setting goals. And this was some of the questions I shared last Saturday with my mastermind class. For those of us who are probably hearing this for the first time, I do hold series of masterminds with professionals, and what I try to do is we come together, we brainstorm on topics, we learn, we network, just to make sure that we are growing not only personally but also professionally. So today I'm going to share a few of these questions that we talked about. The first one we had was, am I investing in myself? So as you plan your personal growth for next year, as you plan your goals for next year, one of the things that you need to be asking is, how am I going to invest in myself? Yeah, so how am I going to invest in myself? The biggest investment you ever make is the investment in you. If there's anything I was so proud of when I look at this year, was investing in myself. Please don't wait for your employer to start to make the bills or to be calling the shots before you invest in yourself. Investing in yourself is a personal decision. It's a personal responsibility that would pay you so much if you take that responsibility. If your employer shows up and do that, great, but don't wait for them. Take that step to invest in yourself. And sometimes young professionals, they even wait for leadership development. They're like, oh, I'm still a young professional. I am not yet ready. I'm not yet at the stage to do leadership development. There was something I learned from one of my colleagues. He says leadership is for everyone. That is life. So whether you're an executive, whether you're just starting, there's something in leadership that you need to start building. You need to start building your leadership skill, because leadership is about influence. And don't forget, influence is not just only about influencing people who are probably in terms of ranking in your organization position that are below you, but you can influence upward, downward, and even peer-wise. You can influence your peers, you can influence your staffs, you can influence even the people that you report to. So that is why I would encourage you once again to start thinking about how you can invest in yourself next year. And now, when we were looking about investing in yourself, a personal growth question we try to talk about is looking at certain categories of people. We have people who are unlearned, and which definitely we definitely are familiar with that. We have people who are learned. I believe we are more familiar with people who are learned, especially when you get the word like my learned colleague, my learned colleague. And we also have like people who are learning, and the encouragement is for you to be in that category, the third category of people who are learning. Why? Because as a leader, the more you learn, the more you keep growing yourself. And when we're also looking at the learning ones, one of the things I was sharing with in our mastermind group was having a growth mindset rather than a goal mindset. Because when you have a goal mindset, you just want to get to a particular goal. I just want to get the certification and I may never go back in there again to learn. But when you have a growth mindset, you're always learning. And the thing is, when you focus on growth, you would hit your goals. I'm going to take that again. When you focus on growth, you will definitely hit your goal. But when you focus on goal, you may not be growing. So that is why when you plan, oh, how am I developing myself next year, as you keep developing your plan for next year, consider the areas you want to grow. And that's why you see organization, even after getting their certification, they tell you to do CPE, continuous professional education, whereby you're still learning to make sure that you stay current with what is happening. So now the next question we're asking ourselves, the next question we're challenging ourselves is developing a personal growth plan. So a personal growth plan. So what's your own personal growth plan as you start preparing your goals for next year? I call this the daily discipline. So, what are those things you want to do daily to make sure that you're sharpening your skills, you're being at the cutting edge of what you want to do, you're growing your potentials, you're leaving your comfort zone, you're learning and challenging yourself every day? Now, when you look at your daily discipline, the last video I was talking about doing something every day that gives you momentum. So don't just say, oh, because I have this very big goal, and then I probably do it maybe once a week. You also need something that daily you are doing. Daily you are doing. For me, one of the things I know I wanted to do every day, and I'm still taking it into my next year goal, is practicing my speaking skill. And that's one why I'm also on LinkedIn Live. I did this personal challenge for myself, even though I didn't shout it out as a challenge, but just coming up, sharing a few things that can help people was also a way I was helping myself. So, what's your own daily disciplines? What are the things that you have to do every day? Could it be like exercise? That you're going to do this exercise every day. That's your own personal daily discipline. For some people, it could also be in the areas of their faith. They want to build their faith their relationship in the area of their faith. There are certain things they have to do every day. As a professional, for me, I'm in the accounting field. I'm also in the leadership field. What am I doing in the area of accounting that is building my skill every day? What am I doing in the area of leadership that is also building my skill every day? So those are some of the things you want to be considering. What are your daily disciplines? Another one also we may not probably look at is what of gratitude. In the area of your character, what are those characters I want to build? What are the daily disciplines I can build in my character? It could be gratitude. Is there someone every day that I'm going to say thank you to? Am I going to think of someone that has probably I've learned something from, and I'm going to say thank you for me just learning something, a way just to give back. So what are your daily disciplines? Those are one of the things you want to also be considering when you're setting your goal for next year. And the beautiful thing about it is because you're doing it every day, it now becomes a goal that works for you. It becomes a goal that energizes you. It becomes a goal that you feel like I am making so much progress. Because by the end of the week, you've seen how much progress you've done that week. You're encouraged to do more. And by the time the harvest start coming back, the rewards start coming back, you're like, this is definitely worth the sacrifice. So that's how you create a goal That's how you craft a goal that is working for you, that keeps you going, rather than something that keeps you overwhelmed. Okay, now I'm going to dive into the next one that I was sharing with my mastermind class. Is also, we can also look at the attitudes of learning at the same well, because now we're talking about learning in this particular episode. So when you look at the attitude of learning, there are people who have an arrogant attitude of learning, like, oh, I don't need anyone to teach me anything. And some people have the attitude of, I just need someone to make my life more better, someone that'll tell me all the secrets of moving forward, of being successful. That's really a naive attitude, because one person will not be able to teach you everything. And that's why we need to push on to the third one, whereby we become more growth oriented in our learning, knowing that you can learn from everyone, what to do and what not to do. You can learn from someone, not just only one person teaching you. And what would that drive you into? It drives you to a place whereby you start expanding your network. You become a leader who is also knowledgeable in a number of things, while even being a master in certain things. So that's what some of the few things that we shared. So as you plan your goal, let's say now you're planning your goals in different area, what, where, and who can be helping you in, let's say, in the area of your career, in other areas of your personal lives, even in your career. You can even break it down. Let's say you are a salesperson. How do I work on my sales? If you are someone who is handling communication, how do I work on communication? If you're handling technical accounting, like I was doing, how can I also who do I need to meet? Where do I need to go that continue to help me improve my technical skills, my soft skills for in the personal areas, being a mom? Who do I learn from that help me in parenting? Who do I learn from that help me in family life? Who do I learn from that help me in my health and the likes? So I'm gonna stop here today. I just hope that you did learn something that can be useful to you in this particular episode. I look forward to doing more episodes so that we can really get a lot of things plan and end our year strong, like the tagline, the theme was that I put, end your year strong, with all these tips. Please, I also would like you to please like this video. I want your feedback. I want you to tell me something that's something that resonated with you from this video. I want to hear your feedback. Please comment, please share with people. The last one of the fifth point we discussed was initiating a growth meeting. One of the ways you grow is also by sharing with others. When you have a meeting, you share this video, even if you don't have a meeting, but by sharing it with other people too, you're also growing your influence and you're learning. I'm going to stop here for today. I want to say thank you. And once again, remember from where I started, just show up. So yes, I'm excited I was able to show up today and share these tips with you. And I want to ask you, where do you want to show up? Let me get your comments. Let me know how and what you think about this video. Thank you so much. Bye.